All right, let's do it. Yeah. All right, cool. Okay, everybody, welcome to another episode of the Sketchy Lounge. Today, actually, I wanted to announce something that this is going to be our season finale. Um, I kind of like started working on a lot of projects and everything, so yeah, no, I mean, stay tuned. I mean, we might be back in like a couple months or something. But today, our special guest is Theory Inc. Um, yeah, thanks for coming on to the show, man. I actually had a couple questions. Hey, nice, nice. We're having like a disaster on set today. So, yeah, I had a couple questions, man. I've been seeing your art on Instagram and everything, and I've been digging it and stuff. And what's up with the skulls? I wanna know. I'm like genuinely interested in like the skulls. Like, do they have like a meaning? Where do they start?
The school started probably like maybe 2014, end of 2014. I don't know, just sketching around, and I was eating popcorn, and so I was thinking like, man, I want to do a like some kind of a skull design, but instead of just drawing a skull like how everybody draws a skull, I'm gonna switch it up a bit. And I looked at the popcorn, I'm like, man, this kind of looks like a skull itself. So I tried to do like a popcorn skull,
Uh,
and that's kind of where the design came from. So if you look at it, it kind of looks like a piece of popcorn.
Actually, now that you mentioned that, it does kind of look like a piece of popcorn.
Yeah. Um, so that's just kind of how it started, and then I don't know. I just drew it, did a couple designs, and then I just kind of forgot about it, and then I started. I think I did another drawing sometime last year, and one of my friends was like, "Hey man, like you really need to promote that character." And I'm like, well, I guess, you know what I mean. So then I just started doing more drawings, and I just had more and more people like start liking it. I'm like, oh man, I guess a lot of people like it. So
Yeah, no, it's like a for some reason it's super attractive. Like I remember when I first saw, I think I forgot how many followers you had at first, but you had posted one of your jackets, and I was like, oh shit, that's a pretty sick ass design, and I liked it and everything, and ended up following you. And was that something you were always into, like that kind of art? What did you start with, like a different kind of art style at first? Were you Did you ever draw anime before?
that's the thing, man. Is I'll draw whatever. I'll draw. This is one of my first characters. Started drawing this one in high school.
Uh
So
huh.
this is like a project I've had since high school. And I finally have the comic book out, but this is like my kind of like my first character. And then, but I mean, like I just kind of draw whatever. You know what I mean?
Mhm.
I think my main, I think not my main, like how do I say? I think what I'm best at is just drawing cartoons. So I got a bunch of different styles, and like one day I'm like, you know what? I want to draw a little bit more realistic, and like I can, but I think of everything I draw, I think cartoons is my favorite.
So, do you have like any aspirations to be? I mean, obviously you have your comic book right there that you have printed, but would you like to work on any other comic book characters or any other stories?
Yeah, yeah, yeah. So this is just the first one I'm doing, just because it's like my first kind of project that I kind of had set up. But after this, I have other projects that I'm gonna come out with annually. So I'm thinking maybe do book 2 and 3 this year. Do the first official Spooky Kids comic, and then come up with another comic book as well. So I'm thinking maybe 5 this year.
That's not bad. That's a good amount. So the Spooky Kids, I do see like the little. I wouldn't say, yeah, they're like comic shorts. They're pretty funny. Um, are you planning to do like a whole comic book of those characters?
Yeah, yeah, yeah. So I think with them, it's real easy to use them because I can just like plug them into anything, really. Like just anything I could come up with, I could just plug them in, and they work.
Hmm.
So that's kind of why I like them. This one, it's almost like I can't really just do anything with him. He's more of a storyline character, whereas the Spooky Kids is just okay, I came up with something funny. I could plug them into that, and then it'll work.
Yeah.
So, um, I am gonna do the first issue. I'm thinking of doing it in time for Halloween,
Okay.
October this year. So
That's actually a perfect time to release
yeah,
it. That'd be pretty sick.
yeah.
And then eventually, probably you're gonna see people running around with like paper mache spooky kid masks.
Yeah, that'd be pretty legit.
What was I gonna ask? So have you ever taken any art classes in high school or IVC or anything here in the Valley?
Yeah, I actually took art in high school. I believe it was my junior year. I actually failed. I got an F.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I got an F in art.
How'd you get an F in art?
Um,
I mean, usually that usually doesn't come from like actually
yeah,
doing your work. It's either like the teacher doesn't like you or you just don't follow the curriculum or you.
you know what, man? So I went in there and I tried to, just kind of try to do what she wanted, but she was real like, I mean, I don't want to blame this on the teacher. I also kind of just said, fuck it, I don't care. But it was real like, look, this is what art is. This is what you need to do. If you don't do this, it's not art. And I'm like, oh.
Yeah, that's not an art class at all.
Yeah, so I'm like, you know what? I guess I'm not an artist. That's why I don't really call myself an artist. Just, a cartoonist, I guess. So just kind of after that, it was just kind of like, yeah.
Yeah, there's a huge difference. Yeah, I could see the difference between being an artist and a cartoonist, and I mean, either way, you still express yourself. That's the thing I like about either
Yeah.
one. But um, shoot, I remember when I had my first art class, our teacher just let us like run him. I mean, he wasn't like a bad
Yeah.
teacher. He just let us run amok. We did whatever we want as long as we were expressing ourselves. It was good.
Set it up. Yeah.
But shoot, man, cartoonist. So do you have any favorite comic books or anything, or any artists that inspire you? Like cartoonists that inspire you?
Um, all right. Well, from cartoons. Well, for cartoons, I love Futurama. I think Futurama is probably one of my favorite cartoons.
Favorite right there.
Billy and Mandy. I think Courage the Cowardly Dog. A lot of those shows. Obviously, Dragon Ball Z. Dragon Ball Z, Dragon Ball GT, Dragon Ball, all those, that whole series. I don't know, man. SpongeBob. Like, I really just like watching cartoons.
Yeah, same here.
I think I didn't start watching anything other than cartoons until I was like 17. 17, I probably watched my first non-cartoon show. I think it was like an episode of The Office.
Oh shit, I've never seen The Office. Everyone
No,
tells me it's funny as
yeah,
fuck.
no, it's good. It's a good show. So up until I was 17, like all I would watch was cartoons, and then I saw The Office, and oh shit, this is actually pretty funny. So I watched all of The Office, and then I still watch just about nothing but cartoons, but I'll watch once in a while. I watch like I don't know something else. I watch Dexter.
Oh, okay, the crime murder. Yeah, I haven't seen that one. My girlfriend watches that one.
Yeah, that's a good one too. I watch movies, but other than like that, everything else
shows,
is
cartoons.
strictly cartoons.
And I leave it on Cartoon Network all the time. Adult Swim, favorite right there.
So I'll do that. I think Nickelodeon only has SpongeBob right now. That's probably the only good show they have.
I don't think they have. What do they have? I think
they still have Fairy Odd Parents, but
haven't seen that one in a long time.
I don't know, man. I like the new SpongeBob episode. So
Wait, there's new ones coming out right now?
yeah,
I didn't even know they were doing it still.
I think they're actually doing something right now. I think it's new episodes every Sunday.
Holy shit, I'm about
Right
to start
now,
watching those.
Yeah,
How do you feel about Rick and Morty? You're a Rick and Morty fan?
I like Rick and Morty, man. I think if we can get another 3 seasons, it'll probably be one of my favorite. Because that's the thing. I can't just with 2 seasons say, oh, it's one of my favorite cartoons. This is a good cartoon, but you got Futurama has what
17.
a couple seasons. Futurama's got a couple seasons, and then to be Family Guy's got I don't know how many. South Park,
Tons.
Simpsons.
Oh yeah, Simpsons is probably like the one with the most amount of
Yeah.
seasons right now.
So to be actually one of, I would say like, just great cartoons, it's got to have a good amount of seasons, so they just got to keep it up.
Yeah, I mean, I know what you mean. Most shows don't really catch my attention right now. I do watch reruns of Futurama. What I'm really looking for right now is like good anime. I watch a lot of anime, to be
Okay.
honest. I don't know if you ever pick up any manga or anything.
You know what? I've never.
I mean, it sounds like that's not really like your
Yeah.
interest, really.
You know what, man? I don't like reading.
Oh, okay.
I don't like reading at all, man. Like any books that I read
Mhm.
have been audiobooks.
Okay.
So I'll just listen to
I
audiobooks.
know how that feels. I actually picked up a book not too long ago. I like read the first chapter and then I ended up listening
Yeah.
to the rest of it audiobook. It's a time thing. Like sometimes you can't
Yeah.
just sit down and read a book, and I can't just sit down and read a book.
Yeah,
It's
man. I'm a slow reader on top of that. Like
mhm.
for me to read something, like I'm also fighting with my mind with like a bunch of other things, because I got stuff running through my head while I'm reading.
Yeah, exactly.
You know what I
That's the
mean?
number one problem for me too. I just can't stop going. Got to do something else.
So I was trying to read a manga not too long ago. It was Zodiacs.
Knights of the Zodiac,
I'm
or
trying to remember what it's called. They have it on the Shonen Jump app. Um,
Zodiac
can't remember what it is.
expert. We have our our anime and manga expert right there.
It's like a Zodiac War or something like that. They got that bunny guy.
Or the Zodiac
Where's the Zodiac? I haven't heard of that one yet.
that came into anime.
Oh, they're turning it into an anime?
Oh, it is anime.
Oh, it is an anime.
It's the one with the boar, the tiger,
Huh.
the rat.
Zodiac War. Yeah. Yeah. So I tried reading that. I read maybe an issue or two,
Mhm.
and I liked it. I was like, oh, dude, I'm gonna just read this whole thing, and then, fuck,
Might as well watch the anime. Fuck it.
Yeah. So the thing I like with like being able to watch the anime is I can put it on, I can draw, I can do all this other stuff that I'm doing while I'm watching it. So that's kind of what I like about shows and cartoons, because that's usually how it is. Um, that's how it's been for forever. I'll put on a cartoon and I'll sit there and I'll draw while I'm
Mhm.
watching the cartoon.
That's not bad. That's good
So,
inspiration right
yeah.
there. Damn. Is there any like projects you're working on right now, like looking for anyone needs to look forward to, or?
Well, I was working on the Sea Monster book. Like I just finished
Uh-huh.
it maybe a month ago. I just got them printed.
And you're also doing ComicCon, right? You're gonna have a booth out there.
Yes, Imperial Valley Comic Con. So I'm gonna have this set up. That's when this book gets released, like officially released. The character's first appearance is gonna be in the Comic Con exclusive comic book.
Mhm.
It'll be an 8-page short. And that's his first appearance, and then he'll have his first issue, which I'll have at my booth. For that, I only have 50 issues. So
Okay, so it's an exclusive right there.
Yeah.
ComicCon exclusive 2019.
it's kind of like a comic book exclusive, just like a short print. I'll end up reprinting it with like a different cover or something, just to show like, hey, look, this is the first print,
Uh-huh.
and then any of the other issues with this cover is second edition or whatever, second print.
That's not bad. So, do you have anything special planned for your booth?
I got this, and I'm gonna have shirts, some different shirts. I'm gonna come out with I don't know if you've seen the little comic strip, the Ouch.
Yeah.
So I'm
Well,
gonna
actually,
come
there's a lot of them. There's a lot of ouch
Yeah.
ones. I don't know. Which
So I'm gonna do the first one where he's got the alligator that's biting his leg.
Okay.
So I'm gonna have that on a shirt.
Oh, that's gonna be a sick one right
So-
there. So you're gonna have some like Theory Ink gear right there.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm looking forward to that. I'm probably gonna be at your booth.
Yeah, well that, and then so the event is February 9th and 10th. So I'm gonna have a panel on the 9th. Haven't had confirmation yet, but I may be the first panel up.
Oh, that's
So
not
I'm
bad.
looking at 11. I think it's 11 or 12. And if not, it depends. I might be 11 or 12, or I'll be 12, 15, or 1. But I'll be one of the first, if not the first, panel up. So to just talk
Okay.
about all the different stuff.
That's not bad. Is this your first panel?
Yeah.
Okay, no, no nervous.
Um, yeah, a little bit, man. You know, I get nervous, I get jittery, especially because I feel like I'm always tired, so I
Uh-huh.
drink a lot of caffeine.
Oh shit. Okay.
So I'm like, oh, cool, it's caffeine, and then like, so I'm sitting here and I'm like, when I can feel all the caffeine, and I start fucking shaking. So I'm like,
Oh,
yeah, I
shit.
shouldn't have drank that monster right now. But
Fuck. I mean, it's a pretty big crowd over there at the Imperial Valley Comic Con. Like, I'd be nervous to have a panel over there. But no, that's sick, man. I mean, I'm glad you're doing a lot of you're bringing all this artwork and theory ink around. Like, at first, what was I gonna say? I saw you in the newspaper. Not at first I saw you in the newspaper. Like when I saw your newspaper article, I was like, holy shit! Like,
yeah,
dude's out in the newspaper now.
and that's the thing, man, is that like, um, I've only been really putting my stuff out there since July, but this is a goal or a dream I've had since I was a kid.
Yeah.
Is just I've had all these setbacks and just things just kind of holding me back. So once everything was clear, and I'm like, cool, I don't have any more setbacks, nothing. Like I'm going out there. Like I
Holy
don't,
shit.
I'm ready
Yeah.
to go 100%.
Man,
If I
you're
gotta,
gaining like that snowball's growing fast, man.
yeah, I'm definitely picking up momentum, and that's why I'm like, um, I just maybe nervous or whatever, but I'll get used to it.
Shit.
I feel the more I do it, the better I'm off. Especially, I kind of feel a little bit of an antisocial kind of person. I kind of just, you know,
Yeah.
don't like being around crowds and stuff like that. But I'm like, well, I'm gonna have to be. I'm not gonna let that stop me from accomplishing my goals.
Yeah, man, that's good that you're getting past that. Fucking
Yeah.
crowds aren't fun. So fuck, I already forgot what I was gonna say right now. I'm gonna have to start writing a script for this show. I'm gonna have to edit all that out and everything.
Yeah.
Yeah, but that's cool, man. Like Comic Con, I'm looking forward to it. So, how'd you meet Ruben?
Ruben.
Ruben Nahara.
So
Because I saw on your Instagram that you guys were doing an event or something not too long ago.
no, just for the comic.
Just for the comic.
Yeah,
Okay, yeah, I
Comic-Con,
saw the
yeah.
picture. And
Well, cause so like I said, I started writing. I got I had an Instagram since like 2015, but I posted a couple things and then I just
oh no way. Okay,
just
so you've had that same Instagram since 2015.
yeah,
Holy shit! You
And-
damn.
and it just kind of
It blew up.
yeah. Well, I hadn't posted anything until July of this past July,
Uh-huh.
and I just said, you know what, let me find my password. I'm gonna start using Instagram. I'm gonna start posting my stuff out there. So I started posting things and stuff, and I know last year we had the Comic-Con, which was the first annual Comic-Con here, and I didn't have any material. I didn't have nothing. So I was just like, fuck, I can't sign up. I don't have anything. So I promised myself last year, I'm like, I'm gonna sign up, and I'm gonna have something. So I hit Ruben up. I go in the store. I'm like, hey, where do I go to sign up? He's like, well, right here, blah, blah. We don't have any of the signups yet. And I told him, as soon as you do, let me know, because I'm going to sign up.
Mm-hmm.
So I knew that if I signed myself up, I was gonna like force myself to go,
Oh shit.
So I
Okay.
just said, you know what, I'm signing up. And that's usually what happens is I'll sign up for something,
Mm-hmm.
and that's kind of what drives me to meet the deadline on whatever project I have, So I signed up probably back in July.
Oh, wow. Okay.
So I just got the Instagram back,
Damn.
and then I signed up for Comic-Con. Like, I'm going to be here this year for sure. And so then just kind of after that, Ruben kind of saw me growing as well. And so as soon as I got this printed, I ran over there. I'm like, hey, check it out, man. Look what I got. So
Holy shit. I'm looking forward to seeing some Theory Ink art right there
Yeah.
in the store.
yeah.
So besides drawing and comic books and being a cartoonist, do you have any other hobbies that you're into besides drawing, or just 100% dedicated to being a cartoonist?
Man, that's. I mean, I'll play video games a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
It's kind of like, I don't know, man. I feel I've wasted so much time. Just wait. I feel like I've wasted time, but
Mm-hmm.
I'm kind of hard on myself a bit, because I look back and it's like, man, I've wasted all this time. But I'm like, well, you kind of think about everything. It's like you got out of high school, you got a job, to save up to buy all your equipment. So I saved up, bought my equipment. That was 2 years after high school. And then after that, I was like, you know what, I need a place. So I saved up, bought a home. So I bought a house at about 22.
Mm-hmm.
About 22 years old, I bought a house. Took 2 years to fix up the house because it was a mess. So then there was all my money, all my equipment was in the storage. So that was 2 years. And then after I fixed everything up, moving in, getting everything set up, getting everything going.
Oh shit.
And then my equipment not even working anymore, to buy new equipment.
Mm-hmm.
And now here we are,
Damn.
a couple years later.
Yeah, so now you kind of like got to get on the ball now about it. Yeah, I get what you mean exactly, like feeling like you wasted
Yeah.
time. I'm the same way because I think I spent a lot of my time after high school just messing around, fucking off, and
Yeah.
having fun. But yeah, I'm like super dedicated to my film stuff now.
And
So do you do all the printing for Theory Ink on your own?
I don't. I had bought a machine
Uh-huh.
right out of high school, but I didn't really have a good area to work.
Mm-hmm.
So I actually gave the machine to Caliber Printing.
Okay.
Here you guys go. I'm not gonna use it. You know what I mean? They were like, hey, well, we'll give you, we'll buy it off you for this much. I'm like, dude, I'll end up blowing through that money, so quick. I'd rather make a deal,
Yeah.
And so I just told him like, hey, I'll give you guys this machine. You guys make me however many shirts you guys want to make me for it. But then afterwards, I want discount deals anytime I make a shirt. So I had set that deal up with them at 18 because I knew I was gonna keep doing this.
Damn, that's a good deal right
Yeah,
there.
so
Yeah, it could be expensive printing shirts and stuff, man. And well, that's cool, dude. Is there any like shout outs you want to give or anything for the people watching this?
yeah, I got so many people, but mostly just shout out to my supporters. Shout out to everybody who's been keeping up with me, who's been watching me and rooting for me. Only gonna get better. I'm out here. I'm only gonna get better, and go check me out at Imperial Valley ComicCon. Definitely gonna bring my A game.
Shoot. No, we're all looking forward to that, man. I can't
Yeah.
wait. Well, thanks everyone for tuning into the Sketchy Lounge. Go ahead and check out Theory Inc. at his Instagram. I'm gonna have his information right below him, right there. You go ahead and give him a follow, and we'll probably see you guys soon. Later.